This video is for you if you find yourself in a place where things feel heavy. You feel heavy. Your body feels bad. It may even feel like you're rotting inside. You're noticing a lot of thoughts that don't feel good running through your head, and those thoughts are really sticky and stubborn, and it just feels like in general you're just not having a good time. You're not being as productive as you want to be. You're kind of feeling confused about what's going on in your life, like questioning yourself, questioning, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Am I on the right path? What is anything? What is the point? What is the point of my life? Why am I even here? With a kind of existential edginess to it. Like, why? So if that's where you are, then this video is for you. Hi there. My name is Yaren Kwan. I use they, them pronouns, and this is Snakeskin. So I like to call this period of existence, I like to call it the void. So the void is a place where you feel like you're in the darkness of the womb, where you're in the cocoon of the caterpillar, surrounded by sticky cocoon goo, and it's dark and it's sticky and it's uncomfortable and you don't know what's going on. That's kind of what the void is. So actually I made this I made this print. You can see the cat there, here. She's looking. So this print, I like to think of it as a metaphor. I actually created that painting or that print to illustrate this darkness of the void and serve as a reminder for me that it's not all bad. So it can seem all bad. Being in this void space is really challenging. It's not where you typically want to be. You know, being in the void for me is the period of time when I don't even want to be here sometimes. Like I don't even want to be alive in this body because things just feel so pointless and confusing and overwhelming. If you can kind of tell, I'm actually in the void right now, and that's why I decided to make this video sharing my experiences navigating it, because as difficult as it is an aspect of the life experience that never goes away. It's a cyclical part of the process of life. It comes back around and around time and time again, as maybe you've noticed. And this period of intense contraction is something that we can start building a more empowering relationship with. One where it's not immediately, let's run for the hills and do all the self-destructive things we can in order to stop feeling this pain, but rather a relationship with this void space where you're able to be present to it, open to it, embrace what's coming up, and embrace the nutrients that this void is gifting to you if you are open to receiving these gifts. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean when this period of dark, heavy contraction actually holds gifts? That can seem counterintuitive, right? As Thich Nhat Hanh says, no mud, no lotus. you need the darkness of this time in order to bloom and experience the fruits of life. It's inseparable. Like, you can't have light without shadow. It's the same thing. You can't have the good things in life, the pleasurable things in life, without also the darkness of life. They're actually inseparable, two sides of the same coin, you know? And so this void period is actually preparing you for the next stage of your life. So this void period, you're within it now because you're getting ready to move to the next stage of your life. Maybe you made a wish recently, or a desire, or planted the seed of an intention for a meaningful change in your life. Maybe you want to stop people pleasing so much, or ground in a mindset of trusting life more instead of doubting yourself all the time. Or maybe this is the one for me. I recently decided I wanted to release the limiting societal beliefs around money and around enoughness and around worthiness of being taken care of, worthiness of being resourced, and ground into believing that I'm enough, I have more than enough. And sure enough, not long after, this void period decided to visit me, and I'm here now in the void. I've been sleeping at like 4 or 5 a.m., waking up at like 2 p.m., kind of binge reading. This time it's the the Cat Warrior series, you know, with like the cats that live in the woods, and they live in clans, and they hunt and go on border patrols and like fight each other over territory. Anyways, I've been binge reading that series like until 5 a.m. in the morning because I just like, for me, this period of the void, when I really get down into it and I stop avoiding it, what it is this incredibly tight, stubborn clenching in my chest that won't ever seem to let go. It's just like this rock that I'm trying to soften with the light of my conscious awareness, but this rock is just maybe it's similar for you. Like, it's just this knotted ball of tension and activation that just won't soften until I accept that it's not gonna soften. So this knot of tension is like at the root, at the core, at the base level reality of what is happening for me in this period of time. And this knotted ball of tension is what's here, and my invitation is to tend to this knotted ball of tension. Maybe it's a feeling of a gut, a stone dropping in your stomach, or some clenching in your hips or your jaw for you, or maybe also in your chest. But at the core of all this pointlessness and hopelessness and powerlessness is this it's in your body underneath all of that. And so what is the best way to navigate this period of contraction? Well, there's no clear-cut answer to that, because every single best way is completely unique and authentic to you. But I would say that the most important thing is to be on your own side about it, recognize what you need, and don't judge yourself for needing the things that you need. Like, I don't judge myself for binge reading until 5 a.m. or ordering a pizza and eating the entire pizza in one sitting. Maybe for you, it's playing video games, or watching Netflix. You just need to get through this period of time because it will pass. Like anything else in life, everything passes, and this is just a period of time in the cycle, just like how in winter we kind of go inward, there's a contraction, the trees aren't blooming, most trees anyway. And so just like that, this period of contraction, this void, is a cyclical repetition of kind of the winter season of your life experience. And we need winter. We need this period of deep rest and deep slowness and stillness in order to recharge ourselves for the upcoming spring. And the spring will come. You just have to keep moving through it. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in this feeling of overwhelming pointlessness of like, why am I here? Like, what am I doing with my life? Of course, that's all very well and good and part of the process, this questioning of why am I here? So what I meant to say is this questioning of why am I here, this pointlessness, this struggle, this suffering is a natural part of you being human and you moving through challenges. So try not to beat yourself up too much about having these thoughts. Just open to recognize that they exist and they're a part of you, and they will pass just like anything else in life. One thing though, if you do find yourself engaging in self-destructive behavior that has consequences that you will regret or not want to have happened, then I recommend that you show yourself a lot of compassion. Like, you're just going through such a hard time right now, and you just need to feel something different than you're feeling. Of course, you do the impulsive thing, or spend too much money at once, or go end up in bed with someone you would rather not have, or all these impulsive things, right, that we sometimes do because we just really, really would do anything to not feel this way. And it's a part of life, it's a part of the learning experience to do things that we look back on and wish we hadn't done. And this process of behaving in ways that don't feel good to us in the long run is all part of learning how to navigate life in a way that does feel good to you and does feel aligned with your values and what you want for your life, and even figuring out like what it is you want for your life. It's all a continuous process, and this void period is a part of that as you move forward and expand and grow and integrate and heal as a conscious being. And so this period of the void is like the reset period, the winter before the next spring. So even if you have these crazy strong doubts in your head about like, oh my God, is this ever gonna end? Why am I here? I don't wanna be here. It hurts so much. Just trust that this period of darkness serves an important purpose, and that you're capable of moving through it in the ways that are authentic to you. Trust that it is happening for a reason. You are learning to let go of the things that don't feel good, the things that you're ready to let go of in this past stage of your life where you were, in order to clear space for the new that will bloom and sprout as you move towards where you're going. Another thing that is really supportive and helpful as you move through these periods of contraction and darkness and heaviness is some kind of mindfulness or somatic practice, whether that is meditation, yoga, qigong, breathwork, pranayama, any modality that supports you in connecting with yourself and your body, remember that the pain at the core of it, what's actually happening in this period of contraction, is in your body. It's happening on a somatic level. So it's really important to find ways to connect to yourself and connect to your body and ground in your body and your breath in these times. In between the Netflix sessions, just find a little time to, when you're feeling sort of done with watching the show or playing the game or reading the book, carve out a little time for yourself to feed yourself and journal a little bit, and maybe roll out the mat and just sit with yourself and sit with the sensations that are coming up, because that's going to make a whole world of difference for you. I honestly don't know if I did a good job with this video. I feel like I was just all over the place because I am like in this void right now myself, like just feeling really lost and confused. And like now, by having gone through it so many times, I kind of know not all is lost. I know that I'm gonna be okay, and I just keep on grounding and regrounding in knowing that this period of contraction is laying down the foundations for me to be able to run and jump and dance in the next coming cycle of my life. And so if you also find yourself in this place, welcome. You're not alone. Stay a while. Don't try to rush your way out of getting out of here. Try to enjoy yourself. I find it's a great time to chill out and slow down, even though you may not enjoy chilling out the most. Just try it. Keep an open mind. See what you can find in this period of darkness and contraction. So thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope that this video was supportive to you. And if you found it helpful, I would really appreciate if you could like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you next time.